Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Thursday, March 24th, 2022. Today I'm going to recap yesterday's NBA, NHL, Major League Spring Training, and the college basketball tournament games. Look ahead to everything tonight, including the Sweet 16. We'll go over the current leaderboard at the Punta Cana champ and the WGC Dell that is currently and then news and notes and best bet. All right, we'll start with the NBA. We'll recap yesterday's games and look ahead to a smaller window for tonight. Knicks over the Hornets 121-106. Pistons over the Hawks 122-101. Kings over the Pacers 110-109. Celtics over the Jazz 125-97. Warriors over the Heat 118-104. Grizzlies over the Nets 132-120. Suns over the Timberwolves 125-116. Thunder over the Magic 118-102. Mavericks over the Rockets 110-91. 76ers over the Lakers 126-121. And the Spurs over the Trailblazers 133-96. All right, tonight's game, 7:30 of the Cavaliers and the Raptors. My projection is Toronto 5.5, total 225 and 7/20. And it's 4 and 215.5. Easy over. 8 o'clock, Pacers, Grizzlies. Projection, Grizzlies by 17, total 230 and 2 fits. And it's 12 and 235.5. I'm going to lay the 12 at Memphis, sans no Ja Morant. Wizards, Bucks. My projection is Bucks by 6.25, total 232 and 17/20, and it's 12.5 and 233. I'm going to take the Wizards getting the points. But I probably should account for the absence of Bradley Beal in here. That would be another 2.5 points. So it really should be 8 3/4. But even at that number, I would take the Wizards. Bulls, Pelicans. My projection is Bulls 1.5, total 220, and it is 0.5 and 227 under. No Lonzo still. At 9 o'clock NBA TV, the Suns and the Nuggets. My projection is a pick in 238. This Denver 3.5, total 232. I'm going to take the Suns getting the points, but I don't feel good about it. But I also like the over. So over will be the play, but over in the Suns would be a fun little same game parlay. All right, NHL. I'll recap the games from yesterday and look ahead to a busier window for tonight. Maple Leafs over the Devils 3-2. Sabres over the Pens 4-3 in a shootout. Canucks over the Avs 3-1. And the Blackhawks over the Ducks 4-2. All right, today's games, 7 o'clock, you have the Lightning and the Bruins. Lightning minus 111, Bruins minus 108, over under 6, overs minus 102, unders minus 120. Lightning minus 1F is plus 235. Boston plus 1F is minus 300. I'm going to go with Boston as the home underdog here. And if they win, they pass Tampa in the standings, amazingly enough. Panthers, Canadians. Panthers minus 295, Habs plus 235, over under 6.5. Overs minus 124, unders plus 102. Panthers minus 1.5 is minus 114. Montreal plus 1.5 is minus 106. I'm going to lay the puck line with the Panthers minus 1.5 and minus 114. Stars, Hurricanes on ESPN. Canes minus 205. Stars plus 168. Over under 6. Overs minus 106. Unders minus 114. Stars plus 1.5 is minus 164. Hurricanes minus 1.5 is plus 134. I'm going to go with the over 6 in this game at minus 106. 7:30, Red Wings, Hurricanes. Islanders. Isles minus 215, Red Wings plus 176, over under 5.5, overs minus 114, unders minus 106. Detroit minus 1.5. Isles minus 1.5 is plus 130. Detroit plus 1.5 is minus 160. I'm going to go with the over in this game. 3-2 game, empty net clinches it, perhaps. 8 o'clock, Flyers, Blues. Blues minus 295, Flyers plus 240, over under 6, minus 10 each way. Blues minus 1/2 is minus 108, the Flyers plus 1/2 is minus 112. I'm going to go over 6. Canucks, Wild. Wild minus 230, Canucks plus 188, over under 6, overs minus 122, unders even money. Canucks plus 1/2 is minus 144, Wild minus 1/2 is plus 116. I'm going to go under even money. I think that this will be a low-scoring game. I would like Wild money line and under parlay. Like, that would be a fun same game. Senators, Jets. Jets minus 255, Senators plus 205, over under 6.5, overs minus 102, unders minus 120. Ottawa plus 1/2 is minus 130, Jets minus 1/2 is plus 106. I'm going to go over 6.5 at minus 102. 9 o'clock, Sharks, Oilers. Oilers minus 255, Sharks plus 205, over under 6.5. Overs minus 108, unders minus 112. Sharks plus 1/2 is minus 130. Oilers minus 1/2 is plus 106. I am going to go with the over here at minus 108. 10 o'clock, Predators, Golden Knights. Preds minus 111, Vegas minus 108, over under 6, minus 1 each way. Preds minus 1/2 is plus 235, Vegas plus 1/2 is minus 300. Vegas is very in an interesting spot. They are out of the playoffs for the time being, a point back of Dallas. Boy, if things have fallen. Nashville's the first wild card. They need this game. Still, in theory, in the mix for the top 2 in their division. There's so many big games in the West. It's wild. I'm going to go with Vegas at home in a bounce-back spot at minus 108. And then last but not least, you got the Blackhawks at the Kings. Kings minus 210, Blackhawks plus 172, over under 6, overs minus 122, unders even money. Blackhawks plus 1/2 is minus 154. Kings minus 1/2 is plus 126. I'm going to go with the under 6 even money, but I don't feel good about it. Maybe Jonathan Quick throws back the block a little bit. All right, Major League Baseball spring training. I'm going to go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to everything for today. Rays and Braves tied 7. Twins over the Red Sox 10-4. Pirates and Tigers tied at 6. Astros over the Cardinals 10-3. Marlins over the Nats 3-2. Phils over the Jays 8-7. Cubs over the A's 5-4. Dodgers over the Guardians 6-2. Diamondbacks over the Giants 5-3. Rangers over the White Sox 14-5. Royals over Rockies 8-4. Pods over the Angels 3-0. Yankees over the Orioles 7-1. And the Reds over the Brewers 12-8. Today's games, 1 o'clock, you have the Yankees and the Tigers, the Rays and the Twins, Pirates, Phillies, Braves, Blue Jays, 4 o'clock, Giants, White Sox, Mariners, Guardians, Reds, Royals, Rangers, A's, Dodgers, Rockies, Cubs, Angels, D-backs, Brewers, Red Sox, Orioles, Astros, Nats, and the Marlins, and the Mets. All right, now I'm going to go over some college basketball. I'm going to start with the basketball classic. We only had one game played in that yesterday as Fresno State beat Youngstown State 80-71. And then, so they move on to the semifinal. So it would be, I think 12 teams. It's weird. And then we have a game on Saturday between Portland and Southern Utah. And then Monday starts the semifinal, and it's between Coastal Carolina and South Alabama. We'll do it all on the podcast tomorrow, obviously, because this is heading, obviously, into the weekend. All right, now we'll do CBI, as that tournament had its championship last night, with UNC Wilmington coming out on top over Middle Tennessee 96-90 in double overtime. It was a good game for a championship game. Jalen Sims had 28 points and 7 boards. And Donovan Sims had 27 points, 8 boards, and 3 assists. So it's the Sims battle in this Roman CBI championship. So that was a fun tournament, and obviously, we still have a lot more to unpack here. NIT, we had quarterfinals action last night. Texas A&M over Wake Forest, 67-52, and Washington State over BYU, 77-58. So, my pick to win the NIT is out. It's going to be between Texas A&M, Wazoo, St. Bonaventure, and Xavier. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be St. Bonaventure. But I could be wrong here. All right, the time you guys been waiting for. Picks for the Sweet 16 for tonight's games. Should be a ton of fun. So, first up, 7 o'clock CBS or 7:09, you have from the West region at the Chase Center, Arkansas, Gonzaga. My projection is Gonzaga by 7, total of 149. And it is 9.5 and 155. I'm going to go with the under, but I also like Nebraska, so the under will be my pick in that matchup. 7:29 TBS from AT&T Center in the South region. 11 seed Michigan, 2 seed Villanova. My projection is Villanova by 9.5, total of 139 and a quarter. And the line is Villanova by 5. Total of 135. So I'm going to lay to 5 at Villanova. 9:39 CBS, West Region from the Chase Center. 3 seed Texas Tech, 2 seed Duke. My projection is Duke 9.5, total 139 and 9/10, and it's Texas Tech by 1, total 137.5. Wrong team's favored. Oh my God. Is someone injured for Duke? Because that is ridiculous. Coach K is not going out to Texas Tech. Like, what? Oh, AJ Griffin's out. I didn't know that, but that shouldn't mean that Texas Tech should be favored. So, he only averages 10 a game. So if he's out, this would only go down to 9. Like, AJ Griffin is not Paolo Banchero. Give me Duke plus the 1 and minus 102 to win. They're not losing tonight. And 9:59 on TBS, South Region, AT&T Center, 5 seed Eastern, 1 seed Arizona. My projection is Zona by 1.25, total 143 and 13/20ths, and it's 1.5 and 145.5. Very close numbers. But I'm going to go slight under with the pick for this game. All right, now move on to golf. We're going to start with Punta Cana. Your leader right now with 4 under is Vincent Whaley. Tied for second with 3 under is Vince Taylor and Jason Duffner. Tied for fourth with 2 under, Patrick Rogers, Andrew Novak, and Adam Cook. Tied for 7th with 1 under, DJ Tran, Joel Dahman, Scott Brown, Sung-Hoo Kong, Dylan Vanderwalt, Tommy Gainey, and Thomas Detry. Tied for 14th at even, Braden Hagee, Grayson Murray, Aaron Baddeley, Nate Lashley, Kevin Stadler, Emiliano Grillo, Danny Willett, Cam Percy, Ben Martin, Wyndham Clark, Camilo Vegas, Brock Stewart, Greg Chalmers, Adam Svensson, Max McGreevy, Nikolai Holjard, Alex Smalley, Bo Hogg, Victor Perez, Rick Lamb, Chad Ramey, Brett Druitt, Jim Noss, Juan Jose Guerrera, Kurt Katayama, and Seth Reeves. Now notable, tied for 40th with 1 over Bryce Garnett, Kyle Stanley, Mariano Gielich, Cam Thompson. Tied for 50th with 2 over Brandon Haas. Tied for 55th with 3 over Rafa Cabrera Bello. And then the rest of the field has yet to tee off yet. WGC Dell match play scores for day 1. Group 1, John Rahm 4-2 over Sebastian Munoz. Cam Young 1 up over Patrick Reed. Group 2, Colin Morikawa 2-1 over Robert McIntyre. Sergio Garcia 4-3 over Jason Kokrak. Group 3, Victor Hovland 1 up on Substraka. And Wilter Zalatoris 5-4 over Cam Triangle. Group 4, Patrick Cantlay tied Keith Mitchell. Seamus Power 5-4 over Sungjae Im. Group 5, Scotty Scheffler 2-1 over Ian Poulter. And Matt Fitzpatrick 1 up on Tommy Fleetwood. Group 6, Luke List 3-2 over Justin Thomas. Kevin Kisner 4-3 over Mark Leishman. Group 7, Xander Schauffele 3-2 over Takai Kayana. And Lucas Herbert 4-3 over Tony Finau. Group 8, Dustin Johnson 3-2 over Mackenzie Hughes. And Max Homa 3-1 over Matt Wolff. Group 9, Bryson DeChambeau tied Richard Bland. Taylor Gooch 3-2 over Lee Westwood. Group 10, Alex Noren 1 up over Louis Oatzen. And Corey Connors over Paul Casey, and it was conceded. Group 11, Jordan Spieth 2 up over Keegan Bradley. Adam Scott 2 up over Justin Rose. Group 12, Billy Horschel 3-2 over Minwoo Lee. Group 12, Thomas Pieters 2-1 over Tom Hogue. Group 13, Tyrell Hatton 3-2 over Christian Ziedenhout. Siwoo Kim 2 up over Daniel Berger. Group 14, Maverick Bedelia 8-6 over Joaquin Neiman. Kevin Na 1 up over Russell Henley. Group 15, Abraham Answer 3-1 over Bubba Watson. Webb Simpson 1 up over Brian Harmon. Group 16, Brooks Koepka 3-2 over Eric Van Rooyen. And Harold Varner 2-1 Shane Lowry. 2-1 over Shane Lowry. Okay, now we're going to do news and notes. Before I go into it, we'll do Masked Singer and Survivor on the podcast tomorrow. So there was tempers flaring around the NBA last night, and Karl Anthony Towns got into it with Jay Crowder after Towns dunked on Crowder. So we had a big NFL trade, which is what we should have started with. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Thunder trade Tyreek Hill to the Miami Dolphins for a large haul that included multiple first-round picks, or multiple picks, including the Chiefs' first-rounder from this year, or the Dolphins' first-rounder. So 5 picks in total. 2022 first, which is number 29. Second round pick, which is number 50. A 4th round pick, plus 4th and 6th round picks in the 2023 draft for Tyreek Hill. Miami, no more excuses to Tua Tagovailoa. Come on. This is a great trade for both sides, I think. Tyreek's a great player. He immediately makes Miami's offense better. And his absence makes Kansas City's offense worse. But wait, I hesitate with this deal is Tua Tagovailoa. Like, is he the real deal? If he's the real deal, this trade's a win. If he sucks, then this trade's a bust. It's just like any other, like, big trade for, like, a non-quarterback over the last few years. Even Khalil Mack, like, that trade to the Bears was a loss for the Bears because Trubisky sucked. And on the flip side, because Josh Allen is awesome, the Stephon Diggs trade worked out for Buffalo, although it did work out for Minnesota too. That was a win-win. So I think this could be the equivalent to the Diggs trade from a win-win standpoint if Tua Tagovailoa is good. And Dolphins are going all in, and they made some nice moves this offseason. They always tend to make splashes. I don't like Stephen Ross, the owner, but he does spend money, and he does do his best to help his team win when he feels like they have a chance. So, great trade for both ends, and we'll see if Kansas City replaces him with the veteran or in the draft. And Hill got a 4-year, $72 million guaranteed deal after the blockbuster trade. So it's 40 years, $120 million for Tyreek, $72 million guaranteed. And Tyreek was dropping hints on social media. And nobody really said anything. But Tyreek tweeted, "We came a long way. Thank you, Chiefs Kingdom. I'm forever in debt." And guess what? He was traded. So, he might have known, but this came March 12th. Today's the 24th. So, he knew he was done with the Chiefs. I don't think people really realize that. And we've had 9 Pro Bowlers traded this offseason, which is amazing. Russell Wilson, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Khalil Mack, Carson Wentz isn't a Pro Bowler, right? Like, he shouldn't be. But we've had a ton of them traded this offseason, which is a lot. And then Lamar Jackson shuts down a reporter about a hypothetical Hollywood Brown to the Chiefs trade. So that was the big story in sports yesterday. Conor McGregor arrested for alleged dangerous driving in his Bentley was briefly seized by police. We'll see what the fallout is from this, but Conor McGregor, like, he really hasn't been around much. The NHL cancels the Evgeny Dadonov trade as the league invalidates reported Vegas and Anaheim trade due to Ford not having the Ducks on his no-trade list. This is the Ottawa Senators' fault for not letting Vegas have the no-trade list, because Vegas was not aware of this. This is just classic Senators, dysfunctional franchise, don't know what they're doing kind of a thing. So that's Ottawa's fault. Arch Manning plans more visits as he's set to check out Texas and Alabama again as the recruiting picture gets clearer. I think he's going to end up with Saban and Bama. That's just my gut, because it's a Manning and it's Nick Saban. Like, it's a match made in heaven. Colin Kaepernick wants a Seahawks workout as he discussed it with Pete Carroll. That'd be wild if those two ended up scheduling a workout. We'll see. Bobby Wagner visiting the Rams, and there's mutual interest in a deal. That'd be really cool to see Bobby Wagner on the Rams. Just add on to that super team, even after losing Von Miller and Robert Woods, although they did add Allen Robinson. So they replaced him, and then they could replace Von Miller with Bobby Wagner. The rich just keep getting richer. The Athletics might keep Sean Manaea and Frankie Montas as the teams around the league are getting the impression that Oakland may keep the starters after shopping them around. I mean, Oakland does need some good players on their roster. And then they could trade them at the deadline and somebody will overpay for them, like the Yankees or something. Or the Red Sox even. The Reds signed Tommy Pham to a 1-year deal with the mutual option for 2023. This is a player that I think could benefit from being in the small ballpark. I like Tommy Pham a lot. He's bounced around, but I do think that he could hit a lot of home runs at Great American Ballpark. In non-sports news, Joe Biden begins a 4-day trip to Europe, and NATO developing new battle groups to deter Russia. And then the U.S. finds Russian military committed war crimes in Ukraine. And this is sad news that Madeleine Albright, first female Secretary of State, passes away at the age of 84. Sad news coming down yesterday. Thoughts and prayers to her family and her peers. All right, last but not least, my best bet of the day. Brought to you by FanDuel. Interesting set of games to choose from. I think I'm going to go to the NBA again. The Wizard line went up to 13. No Chris Middleton. That's a big deal for the Bucks. And I know the Wizards are out of it, but they're not that bad. But instead, I'm going to go with the over 215.5 in Cleveland Raptors. No Jared Allen, but I still think that Darius Garland and the guys on the Toronto side can go over the total. So I'm going to lay I'm going to lay a quarter unit on over 215.5 between the Cavs and the Raptors for my best bet of the day. All right, so that's it for today's show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything. Looking ahead to a busy weekend ahead. Obviously, NASCAR, golf. We'll recap Survivor and Masked Singer on tomorrow's show. MLB shortstop rankings or third base tomorrow. Let's see. Third base tomorrow. We'll do shortstops on Monday. So, oh, wait a minute. We were supposed to do the second base rankings on the show today. So, we'll do that now. Sorry, guys. Completely forgot about that. So, second base rankings for Major League Baseball. We'll just get it done now. I can't believe I just flat out forgot about this. This is my apologies, guys. So 30s, Kevin Newman as the Pirates. 29, Christian Arroyo, Red Sox. 28, Tony Kemp, A's. 27, Rougned Odor, Orioles. 26, Andre Jimenez, Guardians. 25, Cesar Hernandez, Nationals. 24, Jazz Chisholm, Marlins. 23, Jonathan Scope, Tigers. 22, Josh Harrison, White Sox. 21, Colton Wong, Brewers. 20, Cavan Biggio, Blue Jays. 19, Adam Frazier, Mariners. 18, Tommy Edman, Cardinals. 17, Jake Cronenworth, Padres. 16, Gene Sakura, Phillies. 15, David Fletcher, Angels. 14, Tommy LaStella, Giants. 13, Jeff McNeil, Mets. 12, Chris Taylor, Dodgers. 11, Nick Madrigal, Cubs. 10, Jonathan India, Reds. 9, Gleyber Torres, Yankees. 8, Brendan Rodgers, Tigers or Rockies. 7, Ozzy Albies, Braves. 6, Jorge Polanco, Twins. 5, Ketel Marte, Diamondbacks. 4, Brandon Lau, Rays. 3, Marcus Semien, Rangers. 2, Whit Merrifield, Royals. And number 1, Jose Altuve, Houston Astros, if there wasn't any doubt. Cheating or not, he's still the best second baseman in the game. Merrifield's amazing. from a hitting standpoint. Simeon and Lauer coming off career years, but we'll see if they can build off of them. Marte, I think, will be better coming off the injury. Jorge Polanco is a good player. I love Albies. He's super duper underrated. Brendan Rodgers, I think, could break out. Gleyber Torres with a full-time back move to second base, I think, could be beneficial to him, and he'll bounce back. And I like some of these young guys, and Jonathan India, Nick Madrigal, too, and then some role players round out the list here. All right, so now we conclude today's podcast. Sorry about that. So I hope you guys have a great day, everybody.